Hey everyone, what is going on? So we are battling my friend and fellow content creator PvP Steve. If you don't know him, his link will be in the description down below, or his channel I should say, and definitely go check him out because he does release high quality content and he is a good PvP battler, so you definitely want to check him out. He deserves more subscribers than what he has. I mean, he's doing well, but he deserves more of it. So yeah, anyway, jumping into this game. Jumping into these games, we did quite a few matches. I don't know, we just became ultra friends today, and he was like, you want to battle immediately? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. So we went ahead and we battled, and we had quite a few good games, so definitely a lot of fun. But yeah, right now it's Lantern vs Lantern, water gun. I actually knock him out with, I must have like 2 HP, 1 HP, something like that. So we immediately get off a Thunderbolt, and I'm expecting a shield as that happens. So we do go ahead and take his last shield with Lantern. So Lantern definitely did the job well, right? And so we're going to go ahead and switch into Vigoroth. And by the way, guys, my team is going to be on the left-hand side. His team is going to be on the right side. So very similar teams. I mean, we have some differences, right? I did switch out my Fortress for ALOLAN Golem to try it out. And I do like ALOLAN Golem's performance in this cup. I'm thinking about taking out Venusaur, actually, and trying a different Pokemon. But we'll see, we'll see. I do like Beedrill, but I don't have it on this team right now. And I know I've been using basically the same team for the last several battles or videos. I am going to be trying out other different Pokemon, but I did want to try out this team because we're probably going to go with a mixture of Pokemon from these videos, and I did want to try them out for quite a bit of videos, right? But yeah, so anyway, we do go ahead and take that win by knocking out that Vigoroth. So thank you, Noctowl, for the win, and we'll go ahead and pick up a Sinnoh to boot, so I will take that. Even though I don't want any more Sinnoh because I have 85 of them, so some of you might be like, I need that, but anyway, right now, terrible matchup, we gotta switch out ASAP, so we actually pull the switch into Vigoroth. He's gonna switch into Venusaur, and I'm like, well, you know what, this is actually decent for us, this is pretty good for us, because unless if he had a Heracross, which I know he doesn't have on his team because he's not using it, nothing he switches into against Vigoroth is really going to be super great against the Vigoroth. That's why you have Heracross on the team, basically, because Vigoroth is such a safe switch in for the most part, isn't it? I mean seriously, what could you switch in? You could switch into your own Vigoroth, but then I'm up a counter, you know, I'm up energy, right? So there's really, I guess Venusaur is probably the best switch. I don't know, guys. I mean, unless if you have the Heracross, I don't know what you can switch into. But either way, he brings out his own Vigoroth, and I'm going to go ahead and hit him with a Body Slam. He'll finish us off, but at least we got a Body Slam ready to go, or we already used it, and we'll bring in our Noctowl. And he's going to hit us with a Body Slam, but I knew I could easily take that. He actually pulls the switch into a Alolan Graveler, so I do go ahead and click on that Sky Attack. But I'm going to go ahead and switch as soon as possible into Golem. And guys, let me know what you think is better. Do you think Alolan Graveler is better or Alolan Golem? I will be using Graveler, and I'm going to be using more of Golem. But it's really hard to say. I think both of them are good. Graveler definitely has more defense, but you know, Golem has a better attack, doesn't it? So, I don't know, which one do you prefer? But right now I'm leaning towards Golem, but I do want to try out Graveler more. But definitely let me know in the comments down below what you think. But, so we do go ahead and take that despite the poor lead matchup. But for this one, he begins with Vigoroth, we begin with Lantern, just knocking away at with Water Gun at that Vigoroth. We're going to go ahead and use Thunderbolt. He's going to go ahead and block it. Now, I could have blocked this. I was like, it's probably not going to... I knew he had enough energy for Bulldoze because I was counting it, but I was thinking he would try and bluff me, so I don't block it, but he hits me with the Bulldoze. So, nice play on his end. We're going to bring in Heracross and take that Body Slam. Now, he switches into Graveler. I do an Impulse switch and switch out immediately. That was a terrible switch. I should have stayed in with Heracross, guys, but I switch immediately without even paying attention to what comes in, because I was just assuming it was a strong counter against Heracross, so definitely a mistake on my end. Shouldn't have switched, but that's okay. So we're gonna bring back Heracross right now. A little bit of lag, but I don't think it mattered. You know, he gets off his Rock Blast. I'm gonna go ahead and block that, but yeah, for the most part, there's not a whole lot we could do at this point. He brings in Noctowl, and that's easily gonna finish off Heracross. So he does go ahead and take that game. So definitely a good game, definitely a mistake on my end, but that's okay. That's okay. But for this match, we're going to begin with that Vigoroth, and it's actually a mirror match, his shiny Vigoroth versus my regular one. And yeah, he actually gets off his body slam first. I was trying to piggyback, so I wasn't really going for it. But we charged up enough for 2 body slams, so we do go ahead and power off the first one. And I was hoping I could get to it before he got off a counter and knocked me out, but we do. And we do go ahead and knock out his Vigoroth. So our Vigoroth definitely in the lead. Now we have switch advantage, which is what we like to have, isn't it? So we bring in Lantern, and Noctowl cannot do much to Lantern, so we'll actually not pull the switch. You know, he tried to bluff us again in this game, but it's not going to work out for him because we're not going to switch. We're going to stay in with Lantern, and we're just going to go ahead and use that Thunderbolt against Alolan Graveler, which will be enough to knock it out. And his final Pokemon is going to be that Noctowl, but we have 2 shields, so we're looking pretty good at this point. He has no shields. Definitely have enough time to get to another Thunderbolt because we can just block this and reach the next Thunderbolt, which is exactly what's going to happen. And we're going to be able to take this win, so we do go ahead and knock out Noctowl. So another fantastic game, So yeah, we do go ahead and win that one. So we're going to go ahead and jump into yet another one, of course. This time beginning with Vigoroth, and he does begin with Venusaur. So, yeah, as I said, pretty good matchup for us. I mean, you have to watch out for that Frenzy Plant, but a Vigoroth with shields should win in this situation. Actually, I take that back. Maybe it doesn't. We go ahead and block as well. Yeah, because that Frenzy Plant is a one-shot, so I think Venusaur actually does win, but you basically do have to sacrifice shields, as he just did. We will be able to get off a body slam before he gets off his Frenzy Plant, which will come close to knocking it out, but then he'll be able to get off a Frenzy Plant. So we do go ahead and get off this body slam, and that comes so close to knocking it out. I thought it actually would knock it out. That's why I thought Vigoroth would have won this match, but he does actually hit us with the Frenzy Plant and knocks us out. So, yeah, he won very small, but both of us are out of shields, and that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and pull the switch into Lantern. Hopefully he doesn't have a counter in the back, and yeah, we're both out of shields, so I'm going to take this. He actually goes for Hydro Pump. I was expecting a Thunderbolt because it's less energy and it's neutral. So I don't know, but we go ahead and use the Thunderbolt on him, so I'll definitely take that. Trying to get to another Thunderbolt. He actually pulls a switch into Noctowl, but we're able to get to that Thunderbolt. So I'll definitely take that. We needed that damage on Noctowl, so that was definitely good for us. He gets off his move, and I believe this knocks us out. Does it? Yeah, it does knock us out. And we bring in Noctowl, and we're going to be able to finish him off with those wing attacks and then just get off a sky attack, and I believe that would have knocked it out had I got the 3 rings. The reason I didn't get the 3 rings is because, as I mentioned, when I switch into my Pokemon, or when they switch and I immediately click on you know how it's more difficult to get the 3 rings, I still have trouble with that. So we still win the match, but it was very close. It wouldn't have been as close had we been able to get off that those 3 rings, right? Anyway, that's okay. For this game, we do have the better matchup, so he switches, so we're going to go ahead and pull the switch into Lantern, and I'm going to take whatever this Noctowl can dish out as, you know, Sky Attack, Night, Shade, doesn't really matter, even Psychic. I mean, Psychic would be doing decent damage, I guess, but, you know, that damage does add up, to be fair, right? It does add up, but we're going to charge up a little bit of extra energy and blow off that Thunderbolt, and he actually goes ahead and blocks it, so I'll definitely take a shield, and we're not going to block this. That almost knocked us out, but we're actually able to get to another Thunderbolt in time. I thought I would be able to, but I wasn't sure, but we do go ahead and get to that Thunderbolt. Bringing in that Venusaur to knock us out, we'll bring in Noctowl, which is definitely a fantastic counter, so going to go ahead for that Sky Attack, and he's going to go ahead and shield that. So we do take his last shield. He brings in ALOLAN Graveler, and I'm going to switch into my Vigoroth. Definitely a good counter with Vigoroth. I'm going to go ahead and block this, and I believe I tried to knock him out with counters. I believe I'm able to, if I yes I do, recall correctly, I meant to say, and yes, we do go ahead and knock him out, so I'll definitely take that. So we hit him with the body slam. He does hit us with a Frenzy Plant, but I do go ahead and block this because I was pretty confident we had another body slam ready to go, as we do, so we go ahead and knock out Venusaur. So another fine game. So it was a good one. So yeah, we have more games for you. You know, this is a little bit longer of a video, I believe. But this one we begin with Vigoroth, and he begins with his Noctowl. And yeah, pretty solid matchup for us. I mean, this is kind of like a neutral matchup. I'd rather be Vigoroth in this situation, but both of them are pretty okay with each other. I'm going to go ahead and take this Sky Attack and doing a good amount of damage. I mean, to be fair, I mean, that did a good amount of damage, right? So we're going to go ahead and hit off this Body Slam, and he does not block that, so I'm going to go ahead and block this because I knew I could get to another Body Slam. So that's exactly what happens. Now, it looked like he lagged a little bit. It was hard to tell. So we do get off this Body Slam to knock out Noctowl. Now, I let his next Pokemon knock me out without getting a counter in. I probably could have gotten at least one counter in, but I let him knock me out because it looked like he lagged a little bit. So I wanted to be fair. If he did lag, I could be wrong, I don't know. But either way, not a big deal because these are practice matches anyway, right? So he hits us with a Body Slam. I knew that could have been a Bulldoze, so I do go ahead and block that, but he calls it correctly. He bluffs me out with the Body Slam, so good for him. And we both actually switch at the same time, and I have the better lead right now with my Noctowl, so I'll take it. I mean, he does hit us with that Sludge Bomb. Gonna go ahead and do some damage, but that's okay. Will use a Sky Attack on Venusaur just to finish it off, and now his final Pokemon will be that Vigoroth. We do have a Sky Attack ready to go, so that will be the end of Vigoroth. So we do go ahead and take that game. So yeah, that's not it though. We have more games for you guys. We have another game. I don't know how many more games we have, but we have more. So gonna go ahead and jump into another one, beginning with Vigoroth, and he does begin with his Alolan Graveler. So yeah, good matchup for us. I mean, we have the counter damage. He switches into Vigoroth, but we have more energy because he had to switch. So I'll definitely take it. Definitely good for us. And we're gonna go ahead and block this Body Slam as well, just because we don't want to take it. And we get off another Body Slam. So either gonna knock him out or he's going to use his last shield. So it does knock him out, so I'll definitely take it. And we actually get to another Body Slam, so that's really good for us. Really good for us. He actually blocks it, which I was not expecting, but I switch into my Alolan Golem immediately, so we could take whatever Alolan Golem or whatever Noctowl has for us. So we do take it, and he actually pulls the switch into Alolan Graveler. We hit off this Rock Blast just to do as much damage as possible, right? You know, I'll do that. We'll actually hit Rock Blast again, you know, and that's going to knock out Alolan Graveler, and then he brings in his Noctowl, and we're actually going to go ahead and beat him, so we win with all 3 Pokemon left. And that's going to be it for this video, guys. See you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye. Thank you so much for watching my latest video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, click on one of the links to check out another one of my videos that you'll probably enjoy.